Crochet Vlogcast. Hello, how are you? You alright? You alright? My name is Rosina and I am a crochet designer coming to you from the southwest of the UK. My goodness, if you look out the windows, well, I don't understand because there's blue sky, whereas this morning it was, it may as well have been nighttime. Around 11 o'clock this morning because it was dark, dank, wet, windy, grey and horrible. But you didn't come here to talk about the weather. We are here for crochet. We're here for crochet. So I'm going to show you what I've been working on. Lots of finished objects. You'll notice that I'm wearing my Christmas corner to corner jumper, which you could wear not just at Christmas but all throughout the winter period or whatever. There is a separate video on this one, so I'm not going to actually go into lots of detail, I'm afraid, but I will link the blog post and the video tutorial in the show notes so that you know where to go to find it. It worked out really well, didn't it? It's very warm. And I'm trying not to wear it too much because I'm a mucky puppy and I quite often spill things down my front. So this is a dangerous one to wear before Christmas because I'll probably ruin it and it'll be a mess before the 25th. So I'm just wearing it for the podcast and I'll wear it on Friday, which I think is Christmas jumper day. And then I'll put it away and probably, get it out for Christmas Eve or whatever and wear it at Christmas time. Fits really nicely actually. I was saying in the video that I thought it might stretch out to a bit bigger as I wear it, and probably when I've washed it it will block out a bit more because I didn't block it. Why didn't I block it? I just thought I could get away with it. I don't know yet. I'll report back next year. I don't know. So there's my C2C jumper, which by the way if you've never made a jumper before, you've never worked C2C before, funnily enough, I think this is probably quite a good project to try because it's just rectangles and a bit of ribbing. That's it. There's no shaping. Everything is very straight. So I mean, we are talking, all of this is the same, and then you just gather it in at the sleeves to make the cuffs. And I show you how to do it in the other video. And then here is just a bit of join as you go ribbing across the top of the front and the back. And it's not too hard. I mean, give it a go. Give it a go. What shall we talk about other than that? I've got lots of finished objects actually. I do have lots of finished objects, including we've got some scrunchies. So I've made 4 scrunchie rollers and I'm working on a 5th. And I'm probably going to do a 6th and a 7th, wherever the other colour's gone. Oh, I sat on it. Oh no, there it is. I'm probably going to do these because I've got nieces and it's Christmas coming up. Did you know? And these are dead quick to make, and so they will get scrunchies. Certainly 2 nieces because I know that their mother has expressed an interest. Whether or not the other nieces will get some, I don't know. It depends on the time. But you'll notice as well, and I think this is going to be used as they're good examples of different types of fluffy yarn. So I might use these as like a thing to review for when I write, which I've been meaning to write for about 3 months, a review on mohair and alpaca fluffy yarns and things. But this has been quite interesting because all of these are different. I think these 2 are alpaca and these 2 are mohair. But this one's a chunky mohair and this one is a lace weight mohair. So I think I might write my thoughts down in a blog post at some point. So I'll need to photograph these before they get wrapped up. All different price brackets as well, with this one probably being the cheapest. Because I saw it when we went to Bristol this weekend for a family trip. We went to We the Curious, which is the Science Museum, and we went to the Bristol Museum and Art Gallery to see. Oh, I'll get my books. Hang on. I was gonna talk about this book. I've got another book on the way that I wanted to talk about, but it's not arrived yet. But I bought this when I was at the museum. It is the Grayson's Art Club, which is an art project essentially that was televised on Channel 4 from Grayson and Philippa Perry. And do you know what? I know this is a digression, but I had forgotten that I really like going to art galleries and exhibitions and stuff. When I went, the children were annoying the hell out of me because they were just like, can we go, this is boring, this is really boring, can we just go? And it was like, the highlight of it's the one thing that I was actually like enthusiastic about. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love science, yay science, but I actually, and the upstairs of the We the Curious is better than downstairs because it's all about stop motion animation and stuff, as well as other things. It features crochet. This is Sue Perkins and her crochet burger. So I took a photograph of the burger in its display case. But I just thought it was marvellous. I had a really nice time and I've forgotten why I started talking about this. Oh, so we went to Bristol at the weekend and yeah, flying tiger. There's a flying tiger next to it, but it was there, so I popped in. And 25 grams of, I think, it just says it's acrylic and wool. So I don't know what kind of wool this is, but whether or not it's mohair or, I don't know. But these were like £2 each or something, which is a bargain. But I mean, it's great for hair scrunchies because you don't need like mega quality, do you? So these three colours, I think they did another couple of shades. I can't remember. You don't get loads and loads of different choice at Flying Tiger. It's not a wool shop. It's a little bit of everything shop, isn't it? Stocking filler city. That's what it is. I was like, children, go outside, wait outside. Stocking up on things to go in their stocking. Oh, stocking up on stocking stuff. There was all sorts of things. And so the exhibition was about work, travel, and something else. Work, travelling. Come on, brain, don't know. But I just really, really liked it. It's the second one they've done. Lots of different things, all coming from people, but basically it's all connected to lockdown and how people feel about it in regards to work and travel and the other thing that I've forgotten. I want to try and find you oh, is it at the back? Because one of the things that I just thought, oh, do you know what, I would love one of those. There's paintings, sculpture, video, all sorts of things. I don't know if you can see this, but this is a rug and it's made from yarn, but it's like a travel ticket, a rail travel ticket. But all of that is individual strands of yarn, which I thought was brilliant. I mean, clearly, yes, I was drawn to the yarny ones, but also just everything else as well. I don't think I've ever seen any of Grace and Perry's work in real life, so it's good to see that as well. And then at the art gallery, they've got some really nice Victorian paintings, which I quite like. I was a bit of an impressionist nerd at university when I was studying art history. I like to think of them as hedonists, which appealed to me. Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's just so diverse and mixed up and like loads and loads of different things. It's not one theme. It's what anybody thought about and felt about lockdown experience. sort of. I mean, I also may have got the wrong end of the stick and it's about something completely different. But I mean, I had 2 kids going, "Mum, mum, mum, mum." Just like so. I mean, that's a painting there. I mean, completely different to the black and white sketch, which is completely different to the rug. And you didn't come here for that, so yeah. But I mean, yes, I got. I can't remember if I was talking about. I don't know if that was my segue was about getting the yarn, or if it was about the Lottie and Albert book. Because that's where I got the pattern for the scrunchies. It was this is a copy that I was sent for free to be part of the month-long book tour, which I think is still going on. But I must have been at the tail end of week 1. I wanted to not have it too close to Christmas when I took part, so I chose a date nearer the beginning of the tour. It's a lovely book. It's really nice. Very, very Lindsay. And I've made 2 projects from it already. So the scrunchies being one of them. And then, do you know what though? I do quite fancy having some sort of cushion like that though, don't you? The thing is, it wouldn't stay beautiful for very long in this house. Especially if you used a cushion, you sit on it and all those lovely loop stitches would just be flattened by bottoms. Which is why I don't actually make crochet cushions ever. Not for years. And I when I first started as a learner, I used to make a lot of cushions until I realised that if you use those cushions, they lose their newness and their lustre and become pancakey and a bit sort of unimpressive. So unless I was the sort of person to have scatter cushions, and I'm not, so I wouldn't advocate making crochet cushions because it's so much effort for a brief lifespan. These are cool, like little fruity dinner mats. I quite like those. I'm not going to make them though, but I did think they were lovely. And yeah. So the pattern for the scrunchies is using lace weight yarn. I want to make this rug, which I think is fabulous. And then I did make, the other thing I made was this. So this is Lindsay's version of a stocking made with waistcoat stitch. And I'll show you mine. Ta-da! So here is my Christmas stocking that I crocheted using waistcoat stitch, which, as I suspected from attempting a waistcoat stitch pattern in the past, it's an absolute arse to make. Lindsay said that it would probably take just as short a time as it does to make a scrunchie. It's lies, Lindsay. Absolute lies. This took me hours and hours fighting with the stitches. It very much has a lot to do with tension, and it took me I did get quicker. So once I got past this stage, I did end up getting a bit quicker, and kind of the impulse to pull the yarn, I had to fight against that. It feels too loose when you're working it, but actually by the time you come around to that stitch again, when you've worked it, you're grateful that you didn't pull the yarn tight, because otherwise you would not be able to work into the middle of the stitch rather than just the other bit. And then, because I like to make life really difficult for myself, I went with a different colour for each stripe, because I thought it would look really cool, and it does. I love it. But my word, I mean, I have not sewn in any of the ends because flipping no. Nobody will know. There was a lot of ends. And this became very, very tangled indeed, and twisted and twisted. You have to keep an eye on the twists, because you will end up in a big tangle. Oh, I loves it. I loves it. Let's continue on the book theme. So the next book is the Mosaic Crochet Workshop book by Esme Crick of Red Sparrow Crochet, which, well, I don't know if you can see this. It's all creased and wrinkly because it's well thumbed, because that's how much I've been looking through it and just gawping at all of the patterns, because Esme is a massive, massive clever clogs and has done amazing, bold, geometric designs using mosaic crochet, which I think is stunning and clever and amazing. I have made one of the projects in here, but I don't have that project. I have gifted it because I thought it was the thing I made is a good present. That's just, I think that is the one I want in my living room, across the back of the sofa, or in like a chunky cotton, like that bobbiny thread, as a rug or something. I don't know which one would make me happier at the moment, but I used the Block Party tea cozy thingammy, tea cozy. I didn't make a tea cozy. I made a little project pouch, a notions pouch purse, using the exact instructions for the tea cozy, making two panels. We have to make 2 panels anyway for the cozy. So I transformed it into a little notions pouch. I have actually filmed a separate piece of video for it. If I decide that it's worthy of squishing in here, I'll do it now. But maybe I won't. I don't know. We shall see. So yes, it is the Mosaic Crochet Workshop book by Red Sparrow Crochet, and honestly, yeah, I've never done mosaic crochet before. I am impressed. Next book. I hope this is okay talking about books. I did wonder if I could do a whole video just on books, because I've got a lot of books, crochet books, whether or not it's stitched dictionaries or a collection of certain kind of something like, you know, C2C or mosaic crochet. But yeah, I got a lot. Would that be of interest to you, or are you not interested in seeing somebody's boring collection of books? The trouble is, I've got some over there, some they are spilling out onto the floor. I've run out of shelf space. Anyway, the next book I purchased, so those ones were sent to me for free. This one is a purchase. It's called This Long Thread by Jen Hewitt. And the thing that made me buy it was when Claudia, Crochet Luna, shared it, because I was just like, Claudia says it's good, means it's good, I'm buying it. And she's in it, which is fabulous. And that was my thing, like, of going, I've got to get that, Claudia's in it. So I've read Claudia's survey, and I read the interview with, is it Stephanie Lee of Twinkie Chan? I'm just going to find that one, because that's specifically about crochet. And that's pretty much as far as I've got so far, but it's a sort of book where you can dip in and out and get something from it every time. Crochet specific, Twinkie Chan, or Stephanie Lee, talks about how she set up her business and how that evolved and changed, and her background experience and all of that. And it was really interesting to read about another designer's perspective on how things work, and not only that, but about the fact that she's a woman of colour in this industry, and how that may how that affected her work. So, I mean, I've got all of this to read. I've got loads of it to read. I've only just dipped my toe in, but it's called This Long Thread by Jen Hewitt, and it's Women of Colour on Craft, Community and Connection. So it isn't just crochet, it's also knitting and sewing and all the other crafts. Next one I've bought, which, can you believe it? I bought Pom-Pom issue 39, the rhythm issue. And it's not very often that I buy Pom-Pom because so few of the patterns are crochet. But I did because, actually, do you know what? There's sometimes you sort of see knitting patterns like that and you kind of think, come on, you need to up your game. Your skills need to be improved. Pick up the needles again. But there's something about crochet that calls to me and knitting doesn't. But I do appreciate, I don't know if you can see that, that it's different and it's got a different aesthetic, and I like that aesthetic just as much as I like crochet, and it lends itself differently to yarn, and it definitely isn't the same, and I would like to be able to do it better. So there's a crochet hat in here, which I was intrigued by. That's by Judith Brand, who I believe has written patterns for Pom-Pom before. I don't know her outside of Pom-Pom. Let's see if I can find the pattern and reason as to why I bought this issue. There you go. This is a designer I know. It's by Anna D, who I follow on Instagram, and her crochet garments are really nice. I like them. And this one in particular just looks brilliant. I really like it. It's called Rockmore. And yeah, it's in this issue. So I bought that one as well. So I bought this for it. Kettle yarn. It says it's a sport weight, but no, it isn't. It isn't. It just isn't. It's probably a worsted weight, which I think is what you need for the cardigan. I hope so, because I bought 7 skeins of it, but it was £10 a skein, reduced I think from 17, judging by the squiggle on the price tag, and I bought it from Stitchfest Southwest, which was a November yarn show at Newton Abbot Racecourse. Yes, it was. And I went there, and within the space of like an hour and a half, I just like hoovered up loads of yarn. But this was reduced on a reduced style from a stall called Gorgeous Yarns. But the yarn itself is Kettle Yarns. It says Wimbledon Sport, 100% superwash merino sport. But it is 262 metres or 287 yards for 100 grams. So that's not a sport weight. And I looked at the pattern and I compared the yarn in the pattern and this, and it's quite a close match. It'll do, I think. So I bought lots of that, and I'm going to, at some point this week, wind that, because I think that might be my Christmas project. I mean, but it does remind me that I didn't finish the last Pom-Pom project I did, and that was quite an expensive, it would work out to be an expensive waste of yarn if I don't finish that other jumper, the acre sweater. I watched the Tiger King making the first panel, and then didn't quite finish the first panel before just not making it anymore. Just stopped making it. I don't know why. It's in the cupboard down there. I need to get it out. 2022 will be the year of the whip. The year of the whip finish. And no yarn buying. I don't need any more yarn. I wonder how long I can go. I mean, already there was a thought I had the other day. Oh, if I just buy some of this yarn for that idea. No. How about you make something with the yarn you've got? Or come up with a deal for myself where I have to make at least 3 things before I'm allowed to buy yarn for the next project. I don't know. I'm not going to start that until I've at least cleared the decks on a couple of other things. But I would like to wind the yarn ready. And also thank you, Diana, because you've sent me some of your drops merino. Thank you so much. I will definitely use it in a project. I've got 2 potential ideas which I might have to have a play around with, but Diana realised that she was allergic to mohair when she went to make the Wheatfield shawl. What a bummer. But I will put it to good use, and thank you very much. Talking of mohair yarn though, I'm backing and forthing a lot today, but it just like as my brain comes to it, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll talk about that. I got some mohair, and this is why I'm not allowed to buy any more yarn. So I've got loads. So this is a merino, 100% superwash merino, and it's a 4-ply, non-mulesed as well, which is perfect. So the lovely little sheep don't have painful bottoms when they are living around in their fields. Do you know what mulesing is? In order for them to stop a lamb from getting fly strike, they slice away their fleece and skin from around their tails to stop like larvae from flies growing in their behinds. And these poor little lambs have to go around with sore bottoms until it heals. Isn't that awful? So this is not, and it's called mulesing. So it's something like that anyway. But this is non-mulesed, so they get to keep their bums. But it's what a horrible, cruel practice. So that's merino, and this is the 12% fine kid mohair and 28% mulberry silk. Again, it's cruelty free, and it's from Along Avec Anna, who I know. She's the loveliest person you'll ever meet, I promise you. She lives in Devon as well, and we met a few years ago from going to the same kind of creative business network type hangouts for coffee mornings. And she's really nice, but she's a knitter, and she knits beautiful garments. Her designs are just stunning, and she's brought out her own line of yarn, which is just brilliant and something to aspire to, really. I mean, I'm in awe. She's done amazingly well, and I think from looking at her Instagram feed, which is also called Along Avec Anna, she's setting up a shop in Exeter. That's like a dream. I feel like I need to pull my finger out. What kind of dreams can I fulfill? Well, one, I was thinking actually start small. I might go and do a photography course at the college, just a short one, just to kind of just to get used to learning again, because I think I need to sort of change direction, maybe not with my crochet, but just sort of do something for myself and also my business that makes me feel like I'm trying to make it better. So that will be either a shawl or a cowl, and I haven't decided yet. I did start swatching up the other day, but I was so tired I got that far in and went, oh, I'll do it later. Can I go back to talking about Stitch Fest Southwest? Because I'll show you a couple of my other purchases as well. I knew that I wanted to spend when I was there. I hadn't been to a yarn festival the whole of 2021, and most of 2020 was a washout. So I on purpose bought myself a massive bag, and it's got a wall written on it. It's a Hessian bag, so it's got that funny Hessian smell, which I hope wears off a bit. But it's a really good bag, and on the inside it's got this on it, so you can pull everything and secure it in place. I bought it from Tribe because I was also getting some crochet hooks that I could only find from them, and I desperately wanted these hooks. I might have told you about them. Did I tell you about them last time? I bought myself an early Christmas present. I say early Christmas present. This was after I got paid for a couple of commissions that were particularly difficult for me. And so I treated myself, I rewarded myself for my hard work, and I bought my set of hooks, which are Anna and Juan hooks. I think they're made from Swedish wood, you know, but I can't remember. I haven't used them yet because I'm just happy looking at them, to be honest. But they're beautiful, things of beauty. I think you can buy them individually as well, but just the fact that they had painted bottoms. I've been coveting these for about 2 or 3 years. So it wasn't a flyaway, whimsical purchase. It was well considered and thought out. It was planned. And they come in their own little pouch. I just really, really like it. Very happy with that. Anyway, so yeah, I bought those from Tribe. Bought this bag from Tribe to take to the yarn show. And I'll show, as well as buying that kettle yarn, I bought a few other bits as well that I'm not going to show you, because otherwise we'd be here for forever. But I did buy, purely for cute factor, these tiny, tiny skeins of hand twist, what's it called? Handspun yarn. If I can't line them all up so you can see. Stop it. Let's do them one at a time because that's easier. They are silky soft, beautiful things. But right, this, and then it's out of focus, but 40p, and this is £1.20. £1.40. Can't remember what they're made of now. 100% wool of some sort, but it's so soft. So like butter soft. It's one of them. This is handspun alpaca wool and silk. No wonder that's like butter. But it's 60p. No, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I just like them because they were diddy. But look at this one. How tiny is that? It's half a gram for 10p. Half a gram. It's just too cute. Almost useless, but not quite. And then I bought, they were all from this place which is called YV Weaver, who I think are based on Exmoor or Dartmoor. Can't remember which one. But this is proper woolly wool, handspun yarn. This is organic Wensleydale wool. 101 grams it says. And then this one, which has come undone, which is really soft and beautiful, is 80% merino wool, 20% silk, 77 grams. And it's handspun. And it's stunning. And again, soft as anything. And, well, I thought, if I'm brave enough, a knitted hat. I've knitted myself a hat before, so I totally could, if I've got the right size needles. I might have to get some smaller needles than what I'm accustomed to. Or something else. Or maybe I could knit my hat out of this one actually, because it's thicker, and this one's got some really fine bits in it. But I could, I don't know, I just wanted it. It was half price, so it was only £5 for that. And then this one was half price as well, so I think it must have been £4 because it says £8 on the label, scribbled out. So yeah, I did a lot of bargain hunting at the festival, but I did buy some full price yarns as well, which I'm not going to show you because some have been put away and some I don't have anymore. I didn't buy them for me. Before I forget, I've just been looking at my notes and I remembered that I'm wearing one of my finished objects. Oh, apart from this one, I'm also wearing some new socks that I finished about an hour ago. Ta-da! They are my easy, cosy slipper socks, whatever I called them. I made these ones a bit longer, but actually, they only go to here. They like if I tried to make them longer, they wouldn't go past my calf. So I think I made them 3 or 4 rows longer than the original. I can't get them in. And they are about 76, 77 grams a sock. So if you wanted to make them all in one colour, you'd need 2 balls of Leader of the Pack yarn from Hobbycraft. And it's the frogged yarn from my first attempt at the C2C jumper. And the same for I frogged the sleeves and I frogged the back of the first attempt of the jumper. And so I made the Lottie and Albert stocking with some of it, and then I made a pair of socks. I've still got some of the back left. I haven't frogged all of the back. And then for this pair I just did a crab stitch around the top in a contrasting colour, just because I fancied it. I'm also tempted to embroider some sort of festive design here on the side of the sock, but I can only think of stars and I've never embroidered a star before. So I could do some just some chain stitches and do little flowers, but I don't know, is that boring? I can't think of anything else to embroider on them. I wanted it to be sort of, you know, festive. And yeah. And then, what else have I got? I'm going to show you something. Can you see my socks? Woohoo! I did a pig in a blanket. Isn't he the cutest? I found this pattern on Ravelry. It was £2.70 because there was 10% off, so it's £3 for this cute little pig in a blanket. I think I did the ears wrong. I think they're supposed to be folded like that, but that's okay. Oh yeah, look, that's quite piggy, isn't it? And he hasn't got a tail. I should do a tail because I also got one from Jeanette. Sent me one. Jeanette is one of my friends from Patreon, and she sent me that. I think I was allowed to open it, but it's part of Christmas thing, which I'll tell you about next time. But I've got that from Jeanette, so her ears are correct and mine are wrong, but that's okay. But two piggy wiggies to go on my tree. When I saw this pattern, I saw it on Twitter at first. Honestly, I was so tickled with it. I thought it's just delightful. It's just something that put a smile on your face. Aren't they cute? I was just like, oh my god, it's a pig in a granny blanket. Let me just tell you that Anthem is out. The Anthem Ats. I can't remember where I got to with on the last episode what we talked about. Did I show them off? Yeah, I think I did. So this is the pattern for Anthem. You get both the plain and the puff stitch version in the pattern. This one's slightly slouchier, so you wear it differently to the other one. But also, I've made myself another hat. Inspired by a picture I saw on Pinterest that was a knitted hat. My pom-pom might be a bit loose, but I was thinking about writing up this as a crochet version. But it's I really like it. But whenever it's super cold, I'm either... I don't know, I just never seem to have a hat with me when it's really cold. But I'm going to make another one. I just need to... I think this is made out of merino superwash. And what have I got? I've got this one, I think is West Yorkshire Spinners merino. But then the grey here is beehive yarns from Cemetery Gates, and then the mint green and this pink are both Bird Street yarns. Pom-Pom long dog yarns left over from my Colourpop sweater that I was wearing in the last episode. It was the last remaining bit of the electric blue, which was quite honestly like one of the best blues of all time. Although I think it's been subdued within the pom-pom, because I don't know why. But if you go sort of digging into the centre, it becomes darker. So I started making another one in Stylecraft Life, not Stylecraft Special, just to see if I can make one that is plain stripes rather than the houndstooth stitch on this section, just to see if I liked it better, and also to see if the other yarn looked the same, was the same size, and try out different colour combinations. Yeah, so the things I want to do at the minute are a couple more hats, and maybe to get the pattern right and then release it. But knowing that it's based on a knitted one, I'm not sure how that makes me feel. I mean, it arguably is a different pattern because I will be writing it out from scratch, and it's just the I don't know. I've got lots of other things that I want to do. With the Avec Along Anna yarn, I would like to make a new design. I need to swatch that. I've got a fluffy puff stitch cardigan that I would like to design and make, which I've started making. And I've got things that I haven't finished. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 designs that I've got written in my November list, which means not a jot. It doesn't mean that I will finish them all in November. It just means they need to be in my brain in November. And then, but there's also blog posts I want to do. There's also the newsletter thing that not one newsletter have I sent. Couple of other things I would like to do as well, and then make other people's designs too. The pom-pom cardigan as well, for example. There's a lot going on, but I think probably, again, I'm going to just continue. I've actually really enjoyed the last couple of weeks where I've had no commissions to work on, and I've had no sort of personal deadlines that I've enforced upon myself. I've just been doing as I said I would do last time, which is, I think, if I didn't say it, I meant it. It was just basically just doing my own thing for a bit. I think sometimes you need it. I feel better for it. And then there was one time last week where I was working on the video for this, or it was the week before, I can't remember, but I was frantic with the amount of work it took. And I wasn't enjoying it, but then I was also going, but I've got to do this, this, this and this as well. And then I realised, no, you don't. You don't. Just don't do those things as well. Do them another time. It's fine. What's going to happen? Nothing. It'll be all right. So if I give myself another week or two of that kind of thing, maybe up until Christmas and the New Year, and then I can start again in January to focus on new designs and go from there and see how I feel then, because sometimes you can burn out. Yeah. I'm just trying to rack my brains to see if there was anything else I was supposed to mention. It would be nice if I could come back around Christmas, just so I can sit here and then the tree will be here and I can say Happy Christmas and stuff. That would be nice. But I don't know if it's going to happen. I've got 1 week booked off the other job. Do you know, when was it that I said that I got a new job and I was really excited? September? October? Well, I haven't actually started it yet. I don't start it until January. For a long time I wasn't sure what was going on, but now I've been told January. Takes forever. Welcome to the NHS. Yeah, I do have other things that I would love to talk to you about, but I'm going to save them. I could do a Christmas special, maybe, and do it that way. I think I'll love you and leave you, actually. I think I've got now, it's 2:30. And I think I need to get ready to go because youngest has got a little Christmas sing-song at school before pick-up, where they'll be singing some Christmas songs. I've sent him, I was going to wear my granny Santa hat today, but he's got it, so I can't. I can't wear it because he's wearing it to his little Christmas performance. Oh, but also tonight, 6:30, I've got my hair, I'll go and get my hair cut because it's lost all its life. It's a bit tutty. So I'm going to go get my hair cut. Just a trim, nothing fancy. And I think that's it. I'll see you again soon. Let me know what you're working on. Let me know if you're right. Yeah, leave a comment down below. Thumbs up, subscribe, everything. All that jazz. Come and see me on the blog. Come and see me on Insta. And I'll see you again next time. Cheerio. Bye-bye.